Good morning, community.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Say hello in the chat.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday.
And it's the last day of April. We're moving into May.
That's so exciting.
Spring is blossoming.
Hello, Christian. It's nice to see your name.
Hey, Christian. Always on time, always the first.
I know.
Hey, Lana. Hey, Miss Bunny.
Oh, here they come. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Diego. Good morning, Ariella and Nikki. Hey, Perla. They're joining.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. It's so nice to see your names. Today, especially, I'm really wishing that we were together in the community room. I'm missing seeing all y'all's faces. Hi, Jordan. Hi, Deshawn. Hi, Perla. We're going to give it just a couple more minutes for folks to trickle in. We know folks are still getting set up in advisory. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Deshawn.
Hi, Diego. Good morning, Kayla.
And Miss MJ is out this morning, but she's sending you guys lots of love today.
Oh, yeah. Miss MJ, we get Miss MJ back next week. It's so exciting. Hi, Arman. Hi, Ryan. This is a special community meeting today. We've invited all members of our community. We posted about it on Instagram because we want to make sure that alumni and family and friends of Yomira could join us because we're recognizing and remembering her this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Matthew.
Thanks, Frank. I actually probably will need a lot of pumping up today. I feel like this is going to be one of the hardest community meetings and maybe one of the most important ones that we've done.
We're all going to get through together, you guys, like we've been doing.
What do you think, Miss Pittman? Shall we get started?
Yeah, it's 9:33. I think it's time.
All right.
All right, guys. So we're going to start off just by expressing our norms and being grounded in those for today. And then we're going to take some time to moralize Yomira. And then we're going to do some meditation after that. And then we'll go into our regular routines of celebrating birthdays, seals, and our Spartans of the month. And then we'll say our goodbyes. All right, so grounding ourselves in our norms and our community agreements. We are respectful. We uplift our community. We practice joy. We strive for growth. And we access our agency.
And our norms, in particular, what do our values look like in community meeting? We practice respect because this is a safe zone for lots of opinions and identities. We practice community by participating in the chat. And in particular today, I just want to be really mindful that our participation in the chat is respectful of our purpose here. Like Ms. Pittman said, today we're going to spend time remembering a community member that we've lost, and we've invited her family and her friends and our wider community to join. And so I just want us to be really mindful of that participation to make sure it's respectful of what we're doing here. We practice joy by participating in the meeting. growth. We celebrate each other's growth in the chat and in the meeting. And then we practice agency by bringing in different members of our community to share lots of different voices. And we also always want your input on what we should be doing in community meetings. And so we are going to start out today by spending some dedicated time remembering Yomira Abarca Radia. Oh, it's already hard. When a community experiences a tragic loss like we have, it's so important that we make space to grieve together and also celebrate the love and life of the person that we lost. This year has been so hard for so many reasons, and the most senseless piece has been the passing of Yomira. For those of you who might not know, Yomira was an impact student. She was a graduate of the class of 2015. She was a proud immigrant and Latina and a first-generation college student. And 2 years ago, she joined our teaching staff, and she's worked in the Learning Center as an instructional aide. And so today we are going to get to see some pictures of Yomira that were sent in by her students and her family and her friends, and just spend some time reflecting on our love and our memories for her. While we're looking at pictures and listening to a song, I encourage you to put love in the chat. If you have any memories of Yomira or want to say anything that you loved about her, please. I know her family is watching, and this will be on YouTube for any folks to come back and watch, and I'm sure they'd love to see that. And then after that, we're going to hear from a couple people who wanted to share particular memories or thoughts about Yomira. And then we'll just do a short meditation to kind of ground ourselves and center ourselves and do a little bit of processing. And then we're going to close out the meeting by celebrating the rest of this community, our Spartans of the month, and we have some birthdays. So that's kind of the way today is going to go. But we're going to start just by looking at some pictures of Yomira and remembering her. Oh no, it's muted. Please hold.
It's okay. Take your time.
I'm just going to pause for a moment. You can all see behind the screen, behind the scenes real quick, but I just want to make sure that we can play this song. Oh. I'm going to try to play the song another time. I'll just move forward with the slide.
I can possibly play it just off my phone.
Try one more thing.
que me duele que no estés. Como quisiera que tú vivieras, que tus ojitos jamás se hubieran cerrado nunca y estar mirándolo, amor eterno e inolvidable. Tarde o temprano estaré contigo para seguir amándonos. Yo he sufrido tanto por tu ausencia. Desde ese día hasta hoy soy feliz, aunque tengo tranquila mi conciencia. Sé que pude haber yo hecho más por ti. Oscura soledad estoy viviendo, la misma soledad de tu sepulcro. Tú eres el amor del cual yo tengo el más triste recuerdo de Acapulco. Como quisiera que tú vivieras, que tus ojitos jamás se hubieran cerrado nunca y estar mirándolo, amor eterno e inolvidable. Tarde o temprano estaré contigo para seguir amándonos.
Thanks, y'all, for bearing with me through those technical difficulties. I will say at the end that timing of the song worked out perfectly. So there's like a small miracle. And I believe that was Yomira helping me out. I'm going to bring up some other folks who are going to say some wonderful things about Yomira. And first up, I will bring Arturo Torres. Hey, Arturo,
Hello.
you ready?
Yeah. How are you, Ms. Green?
I'm hanging in there, Arturo. How are you? Can you hear me, sweetie?
I'm good too.
Okay.
Just wanted to say for Yomira.
Yeah, go for it.
Is that like I missed like she's just bringed in.
Oh, Arturo, I can't hear you. Arturo, I'm going to put you backstage and we're going to try one more time in just a moment, but I don't think anyone can hear you. Okay, next up, I'm going to bring up Ari, and I'm actually going to go backstage for a moment.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Sending greetings and blessings to everyone. I had the privilege and honor to go visit the family yesterday and spend a lot of time with them. And so I want to share some of the words that they shared with me over and over. You know, they were very eager to share stories and memories highlighting all of these beautiful qualities of Yomi. So I want to share some of the things that they said. And many of these were from her mom, Maria del Rocio, and her tias, Lorena y Erika. So they described Yomi as a very responsible person since she was young. She always shared what she had. She shared with her mom, she shared with her sisters, she shared with her aunties, her uncles. She liked to help people, and she really helped her mom. Her mom describes her as like her right hand, and talks about Yomi being mom and dad for her two younger sisters. She liked to help around the house. They talked about all these different small moments where Yomi would just go to the store and go to Costco and go to Woodmax and just she kept the house running. You know, she was very helpful around the house. Muy acomedida, how we say in Spanish. They talked about how she's an example to follow, right? Not just for young people, but for everyone. They talked about how she inspires them, you know, to be kinder, to be compassionate, to share, to care, and to help other people. The mom talked about how since she was young, she opened doors for herself, and she continued to do this, you know, through high school and college. She was always very independent, luchadora, which is kind of like fighter, like warrior energy, mature. Mom said, you know, that she's extremely proud of her. So did Tia Lorena and Erika. And they talked about her heart being big and noble. And through all the stories and memories that I heard and we all kind of witnessed last night together, we all looked at each other and we all were kind of in disbelief, like, wow, how is it possible that her heart was so big, was that big? So that was really beautiful to hear about that. They also described her as sencilla, which is like simple, and very humble, right? Like all these acts of service that she did, she didn't talk about them. She would just do them. Nobody would ask her. She would just see, oh, that's a need. Let me go get that and help. They talked about how until the very last moment, right? When this happened on Friday, at the very last moment, she was helping someone. She was trying to help someone. This is how she left us in her essence, in her kindness, in her pure heart. They said that she made them laugh. They showed me photos, which I think we saw here in the slideshow, where she would just do this like in every photo, and she would say names that are kind of like funny to the family. They described her as an angel. And they talk about her. We all talk about her as we know that she is an angel. But after sharing so many stories last night and everybody sharing how she helped them and everybody, we all realized, oh, we may not have realized that she was an angel all along, right? That she's been an angel, that she got to be an angel on earth for 24 years. The mom said that she got a lot of love, a lot of motivation from Yomi, that Yomi would tell her, Mommy, you're strong. I want to see you strong. Extremely proud. They talk about her leaving a legacy, lots of teachings, lots of lessons. And that they talked about something that I saw very clearly because I got to work with her directly at Impact, right? They talked about how they saw her, especially during COVID, they saw her on her couch, on her laptop, talking to students, right? Being in class. So they talked about how dedicated she was to her students, and not just dedicated in the sense that she cared that students were learning, and she cared to support students' dreams. She didn't want students, to just end up in gangs or to end up working at McDonald's. She wanted to support them in dreaming and pursuing a career that they want to do, right? That brings meaning to them. She was very hardworking, selfless. I think Kayla was there last night, and that's a word that came up. Like, she was very selfless person, very generous, if that hasn't come across based on all her acts of service, very sentimental. She was very attentive, it sounds like, in the family, right? Very present. She had a strong presence in the family house. She was always seeing, what everybody needed. Service oriented is something that they said. She took care of her sisters, made sure that they had food, made sure that they were on top of their schoolwork, right? So a specific example that they shared is that she saved money to buy laptops for her nieces in Mexico so they could study, right? That's just like an example of her generosity and kindness. She would take her grandma to the airport, drive all the way to LA to drop off her grandma, right? That's how strong her love is. And the last thing that I think those are kind of the notes that I have from the family. And there's not really much for me to add. Just that she was a great person to work with, and I miss her already. All of the things that the family shared, I had already seen. Dedicated, responsible, hardworking, personable, caring, honest. She was an honest person, and that's something that I really appreciated about her. So that's all I wanted to share. There's information that the family did want me to share about the funeral. There's also a fundraiser this Sunday. So I think I'm gonna try to put those in the chat and share those like visually so people can have that information. But they are doing a fundraiser at their house this Sunday at 9 a.m. And if someone can put the address in the YouTube, they're going to be selling all kinds of food. So please go support. And if you can't, Matthew's going to give the link here for the GoFundMe so that you can donate whatever you have for all those costs. Thank you all so much for your attention.
Okay, thank you so much, Ari. That was really wonderful. I'm going to try to go next. What I want to say about Yomira is that she represented all the best things about Impact. As a first-generation college-bound student, she was a fierce and determined learner. I remember Yomira revising her essays in history class time and time again to make sure that they sounded exactly the way that she wanted them to. In our advisory, she tended to those around her and invested in our little community. She made it safe for people to be vulnerable in our community building circles. And she always kept me on track by reminding me when I forgot to celebrate a birthday, or when I forgot to update the grad profile tracker, or when I was having technical difficulties. But I always felt like she saw me. She would text me last year. She would text me every couple months with like, remember when we did tie-dye in advisory, or remember when you made us Rice Krispie treats that looked like sushi? She like held on to these memories and these stories, and then she shared them in ways that made me feel loved. And what I think I'm most grateful for is that when she returned to work at Impact, she became part of a movement of students returning to teach here so that all students have access to teachers and role models who look like them and who know their experiences. And this is what Yomira represented. She was so kind and so funny and so patient. And I will miss her every day. I'm going to bring up Miss Pitt now.
Okay, I was on mute. I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to share some words with you guys from Johanna, which was Yomira's older sister. She wanted to share some words with the community and with the students to let you guys know how much you guys meant to her. Johanna says, I know my sister is not physically with us, but she will forever be in our hearts. I want you guys to know that she loved each and every one of her students. Being able to help them made her so happy. There was never a day where she complained about helping her students. She loved what she did, and she always said that because of it, she knew what she wanted to do for the rest of her life. Thank you guys for bringing so much happiness into her life. Because of you all, no matter the obstacles she faced or the bad days that she had, she was able to keep a smile on her face. So don't be sad. Remember all the memories you had with her. I know she is happy in heaven right now, and she will forever be with us, protecting and guiding us. Johanna.
Thank you, Ms. Pittman. I'm also, I got a message from Arturo. He's still having some technical difficulties and doesn't think he'll be able to join the stream, but he just wanted to say how much he loved her and how much he misses her, and that she will be in our hearts. So now I want to remind folks, I want to remind myself to breathe. And that part of processing grief is letting yourself feel things and giving yourself time and space to do that. And I want to share a poem. So I invite everyone, wherever you are, to get kind of comfortable in your seat. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. And just kind of pay attention to your breathing. And slow down for a moment. And I'll just read this poem. This poem was shared with us by Rita, who works with us to support our restorative practices. And she's really good at helping folks feel their feelings. And so I thought this poem was especially helpful. It's called The Unbroken, and it's by Rashani Ray. There is a brokenness out of which comes the unbroken, a shatteredness out of which blooms the unshatterable. There is a sorrow beyond all grief which leads to joy, and a fragility out of whose depths emerges strength. There is a hollow space too vast for words, through which we pass with each loss, out of whose darkness we are sanctioned into being. There is a cry deeper than all sound, whose serrated edges cut the heart as we break open to the place inside which is unbreakable and whole and learning to sing. So I invite folks, before we change gears, just to take a collective breath. And I want you to imagine yourself breathing with our entire community. And now we'll change gears to celebrate members of our community, as I'm sure Yomira would want us to continue doing.
All right, guys, show some love in the chat for these lower division students who got Spartan of the Month this month. First, we have Natalie. Natalie is an extremely hard worker who cares for her community. She's a leader in every sense of the word. Edmund, who's been showing so much love in the chat today. Edmund brings so much intelligence wit to our classes, and he always knows how to make others smile. Brianka. Her teachers appreciate how she has been assessing her agency to succeed in her classes, and they welcome her genuine warmth. Brianka is a valued member of our community. And last but not least, we have Sharana. Let's show some love. Sharana is the epitome of what it means to have and exemplify our core values of agency, growth, and community. She's always willing to share her ideas off mute and does so in the spirit of encouraging others to do the same. She is constantly looking to engage during distance learning to build community and works very hard to reflect on how she can be even better than she already is. We love the spirit of commitment to working hard that you bring to our community and how you are constantly pushing yourself to dig deeper, whether it's with the things you are learning in class or getting to know your peers, teachers at Impact. Your advisor, Miss G, and the whole community, Sharana.
Miss G's going for extra credit. It's the upper division Spartan of the week, and I am giving those out today. The first is to Juan Ramirez. Juan is the type of person who puts 100% effort into everything he does and doesn't give up. He is so friendly, open-minded, and willing to learn. He brings a lot of joy to our advisory and has a personality that absolutely lights up the room. Alexis Perez. Alexis is focused and driven and kind. She is an exemplary Spartan because of her consistent reflective stance and the pride she takes in herself and in her work. Meliana, you have been so wonderful to have as an advisee these last 2 years. You are so genuine, warm, caring, and always willing to help me in advisory. And your commitment to seeking out what you love and incredibly hard work in classes, as well as the passion and focus you bring to softball, is such an inspiration to those around you. I am so proud of how much you have grown over the last 2 years as a student and a person, and can't wait to see the fabulous things you will do with your future. And I think that's it. Oh, our final thing. Happy birthday.
She hates the song. Happy birthday to our April babies. Yes, you guys.
We had to have one last difficulty with our sound to end this community meeting.
Like, don't worry about it. It's okay.
Happy birthday to our April babies. Let's see some love in the chat for our April folks. Yeah. We are so glad you were born.
And hope you enjoyed your day.
Yeah. All right. That's it for today, everyone. Have a really lovely day. We love you. Be safe. Make good choices. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Yes, enjoy your weekend. Get some self-care in.
Bye, everyone. Hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them.
We love you.
Bye, everyone. Adieu. Okay, Jade. Bye, y'all.